Okay, so if you've ever tried to teach a novel to a whole classroom of students, you know the challenge. Well, today we're diving into this really amazing unit plan for Gordon Corman's Shipwreck. And it does way more than just teach a book. It kind of offers a whole new way to think about how we engage every single student. All right, let's get into it.
For any grade 9 or 10 English teacher, this question, it's everything, right? How do you make one single story connect with 30 completely different kids and make sure everyone isn't just, reading the words, but actually getting it? And on top of that, how do you prove it all lines up with the official curriculum? Well, this unit has a pretty powerful answer.
So the first thing you have to understand is that this isn't just a binder full of worksheets. Nope. It's a complete teaching framework, a whole system designed to deliver the story, check for understanding, and give support, all in this continuous, responsive loop.
And this really gets to the heart of its design. See, on the left, you've got the novel itself, this awesome survival story. And on the right, those are the specific Ontario curriculum expectations it's built to hit, things like analyzing literary elements and showing you understand them. This unit just weaves those two things together perfectly, from start to finish.
Really, the whole approach boils down to two simple but really powerful ideas. First, breaking up the learning into these short, repeatable cycles. And second, using the info you get from those cycles to give students targeted support right when they need it most. So let's break down how that actually works.
Let's talk about these learning cycles first. Instead of that one long, month-long slog towards a final test, this unit breaks the novel down into this really manageable rhythm. It's a repeating cycle that's all about building momentum and, real comprehension.
The cycle itself is so simple, it's beautiful. Students read a chunk of the book, 5 chapters, then they watch a quick video summary just to lock in the main plot points. After that, they do a short diagnostic quiz, and then they just do it all over again for the next 5 chapters. It's a routine that's predictable, which is really empowering for a lot of kids.
And the benefit here is huge, for everyone. For the students, the book never feels like this massive, overwhelming thing. It's always just about the next 5 chapters. And for teachers, you get this constant stream of info. You're not waiting until the final essay to find out a student is totally lost. You're checking in every 5 chapters.
Okay, now this is where the system gets really smart. Those quizzes I mentioned, they aren't just for marks. They're actually these pretty sophisticated diagnostic tools. They're designed to show you not just what a student knows, but how they're thinking about the story.
See, every single question in these quizzes is coded. The little I icon, directly stated, is for the straightforward stuff. Can you find the fact right there on the page? The brain icon, indirectly stated, that's for inference. Can you read between the lines? And the chain link, making connections, is all about synthesis. Can you connect what you're reading to your own life or other things you know?
And it's so interesting to see this in practice. Take this question here about the word burnout. See that little brain emoji next to it? That tells the teacher this is an indirectly stated question. So if a student gets this wrong, it's not just a mistake, it's a specific data point. It's a clue that they might be having trouble with inferential thinking.
And that, right there, is the game changer. A teacher can look at a student's quiz results and see a clear pattern. Maybe they nail all the eyeball questions, but really struggle with the brain ones. Suddenly, your feedback isn't just read more carefully. It becomes this super precise, targeted intervention, like, hey, let's work together on finding clues in the text to figure out what the author isn't saying directly.
So you've gone through all these learning cycles and quizzes. How do students finally show what they've learned? Well, the unit wraps up with a differentiated portfolio assignment that's all about student choice and creativity.
Instead of forcing every kid into the same essay format, the final task is a portfolio. This lets them show their deep understanding of the book in ways that actually play to their own strengths and interests. It's awesome.
And just look at the options here. A student could write their own sea shanty, how cool is that, and flex their creative writing skills. Another kid could use Google Earth to map out the journey, showing off totally different tech skills. Or they could make a Kahoot game or a crossword puzzle. It's all about letting them demonstrate their understanding in an authentic way.
Okay, so we've got this amazing system with learning cycles, smart diagnostics, creative projects. It all sounds great. But for any teacher watching, the big question is always there. Does all this fun stuff actually meet the official curricular requirements? Let's connect those dots right now.
The answer is a huge, definite yes. Seriously, every single piece of this unit, from the quizzes to the portfolio choices, was designed from the ground up to line up directly with Ontario's grade 9 and 10 English curriculum. There is zero guesswork involved.
And here's what that looks like in action. Those coded quiz questions, they directly target the expectation to make inferences.
That portfolio choice to create a map, that's literally analyzing the setting. Even making a crossword puzzle checks the box for using vocabulary strategies. It's this perfect closed loop where every single activity has a clear purpose that connects right back to the curriculum.
So, when you step back, this blueprint for teaching Shipwreck is giving us more than just a bunch of lesson plans. It's really a model for a dynamic, responsive learning system, one that figures out what students need in real time and then empowers them to show what they know their way. It's a pretty compelling idea, and it leaves us with one last question to chew on. What if all our unit plans could work like this?